Hey there, strip gabber dream guy here. Wait, no, just someone who actually reads announcements before panicking on camera. Dreamcast Guy just dropped another sleepy-eyed reaction, this time to Nintendo's Partners Showcase. Let's break down the hype, the hopium, and the half-truths.
Rumored Nintendo Direct. There's been a lot of rumblings from pretty much every leaker, every insider and stuff has been talking about the fact that there's going to be some sort of interesting, different Nintendo Direct before the end of July. Well, it just got confirmed. It's tomorrow, the literal last day of July. But let's take a look at the announcement, the confirmation, and the reactions because people seem to be happy, excited, and also disappointed that it's just third-party games. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this.
So basically, like every Nintendo Direct ever, if Nintendo says Partner Showcase, it's going to be third-party. This isn't rocket science, Brodsky. It's just some reading. You're surprised it's not Metroid Prime 4. That's like being mad that an Xbox Indie Showcase didn't show Gears of War.
This video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I literally just woke up. Literally 30 seconds employees, for lack of a better word. Nintendo hardcore dedicated aficionados are definitely the most dedicated fan base. People not only line up for Nintendo Switch games or Nintendo Switch consoles or even amiibos and stuff, but they're the kind of people that really hang on to every single direct, every single demo, every single big announcement. Even the tiniest Nintendo exclusives seem to sell 7 million copies, right?
7 million
Join
copies.
us for a Nintendo Partner Showcase tomorrow. So these are usually a little bit different, which is that historically, Nintendo Directs usually come in three separate flavors. There's the Nintendo Directs, which are like the big AAA ones where they say, hey, here's our stuff, here's third-party stuff, here's everything in one. Partner Showcase is usually, in my experience, a lot of times it's not smaller stuff, but a lot of times it's more predictable stuff. We know for a fact that upcoming, they are still having...
Exactly. So why did you spend 8 minutes talking about Silksong, Resident Evil, and Elden Ring? Like they're wild cards. Predictable equals ports. Updates, and maybe a surprise or two. Not a new mainline Pokemon. Not Nintendo's big hitters. You said it yourself, then ignored it.
to show us. We know that Elden Ring is coming for Nintendo Switch 2. Personally, still one of my most excited games. Elden Ring is one of my favorite games in the world, so I cannot wait to play that.
What is your source, pizza sauce face? That's never been officially confirmed. You're just parroting rumors and pretending it's fact. Unless From Software sent you a press kit we didn't see. Maybe stop framing speculation as certainty.
Nintendo Switch 2. Also, we know stuff like Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming. There is a lot of stuff that is already announced and revealed and confirmed, but it doesn't have a release date. I have a feeling that those games, we know they're still coming in fall and winter. I think this is going to be a lot of confirmation about that. And also, I have a feeling that a lot of this is going to be more third-party devs finally showing up on it. Like, I'm a big Resident Evil addict. I love Resident Evil. My two favorite series in the world, Resident Evil and Final Fantasy. I want to see some of the Resident Evil remakes come to the Nintendo Switch.
I don't believe it unless you show your controller now, okay? You have to show us your controller so we know that you play video games.
And not as that crappy cloud version. I would be happy if they just came out and said, hey, here's Capcom announcing a bunch of games for the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, so July 31st at 8 a.m. Texas time, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in for roughly 25 minutes of information about upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games. Oh, man, no, don't do that. Just do Nintendo Switch 2, please. Games...
Wrong again. The official tweet says, tune in for 25 minutes of info on upcoming Nintendo Switch games from our publishing partners. No mention of Switch 2. You added that. Straight up misleading your audience. With fabricated hype.
From our publishing partners. Now, let's take a look at the reactions. Hope we get more than 2 seconds of Silksong this time.
You just said 2 seconds. Motherfucker can't even talk right.
A lot of Pokemon fans, I've noticed a lot of Pokemon fans kind of mad about that recent Direct we had. They had a Pokemon Presents on July 22nd, and I didn't even make a video about it because, to be honest, they didn't show anything.
Nobody gives a shit if you make a video about it.
It was like new stuff for Pokemon Sleep and apps and stuff like that. I have seen a lot of people wanting to see a lot more about Pokemon X and Y, or sorry, what is it, ZA. I don't think there's going to be any Pokemon there. I think that. But the idea of Silksong being there, that's possible. This could be cool as well because they did confirm the fact that Silksong is still coming this year. If they showed Silksong there and Shadow dropped a demo or something like that, it would be absolutely crazy. Partner showcase, the Monkey Paw Curls.
You are dangerously addicted to Silksong Hopium. It was never confirmed for 2024. The devs went radio silent months ago. Why would a Team Cherry suddenly drop it in a third-party partner showcase with zero build-up?
A lot of people, myself included, really specifically want to see more about Metroid Prime 4. Now, let's be fair, we've already seen a surprising amount. The last big Nintendo Direct right before the Nintendo Switch 2 came out, they did back-to-back Directs. They did a Nintendo Switch Direct and then a Switch 2 Direct literally a couple days apart.
This motherfucker talks through his nose. I figured it out. That's why he sounds like a dipshit.
I thought that was such an interesting marketing bit. Super effective, clearly, since the Nintendo Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. But what they did is during the Nintendo Switch 1 event, they showed what Metroid Prime 4 looks like, a Metroid Prime Nintendo Switch 1 version, and then they showed the Switch 2 version at the Switch 2 Direct.
We got a few minutes of full-blown gameplay. We got a few minutes of curated footage, some cutscenes, and maybe a slice of an in-game engine action. You exaggerated like Nintendo dropped a 15-minute Treehouse demo. Be real, Pizza Face.
So we basically have two trailers now, full-blown gameplay of Metroid Prime 4. That's cool. But I'll be honest, I do still really want to see more. I want to get a release date specifically. I want even more gameplay. I think Metroid Prime 4, by far more than anything else, beyond ports. Obviously, Elden Ring, I think, as goofy as it is, I'm so excited to play Elden Ring on there. But first-party stuff, Metroid Prime 4, 10 miles ahead of hype and everything else.
Then why are you reacting to a partner showcase instead of waiting for the actual direct that's built for first-party gamers? The whole video could have been 2 tweets.
Howdy, partner. Oh, man. It's a partner showcase between third-party games. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, wow. A lot of people. Nate the Hate is always correct. Animal Crossing. Oh, man. Look at this. I want to take a look. Let me look at the replies here. Hades 2 release date. Nate the Hate does not miss. Nate the Hate does it again. In case you didn't know, Nate the Hate is a leaker. It's a personal friend of mine, but also the guy, I'm a big fan, even though he's a bro of mine, because the guy is hilarious in that he will put something down in stone. Nate the Hate has such a crazy track record where he'll say something outlandish, like, hey, in 12 days, you're going to see the best Nintendo Direct. And everybody will be like, and everybody will be screaming at him more and more and more and more. And then the day rolls around, they announce the Direct, and he just says, like, LOL. I like the fact that I feel like Nate the Hate doesn't have any ego. He's a leaker that is very reputable, and also I like the fact that he doesn't.
So's your mom.
He's just so good about calling balls and strikes. No Metroid.
So's your mom.
Nintendo is just Nintendo's just gonna share first-party release dates on their app. General Direct, they said, yeah. So the talk is that's the thing. General Directs are typically the bigger, crazier ones that are 40 minutes or something like that. The fact that it's 20 minutes of third-party stuff, some people seem to be surprisingly disappointed. I have to admit that I wasn't expecting to see so much disappointment. I'm more excited about this than I should be, maybe because third-party potential is much.
That's cool, but that's not how you framed it 5 minutes ago. You opened the video with disappointment and confusion. Now you're switching tones midstream to sound more positive after scrolling Twitter replies. Stay consistent or cut the flip-flop, you piece of face.
Higher Nintendo Switch 2 than Nintendo Switch 1. Here's hoping for a native Kingdom Hearts port. Can I be honest? I'm very much with this person here, which is that
No, you cannot be honest. That is why nobody likes you.
My Nintendo Switch 2 to me, is going to be my fun thing for paying third-party games. My thing with the Nintendo Switch 2 is I want to first-party stuff, great. First-party Nintendo stuff, super duper. But for me, I
Who the fuck says super duper? Who?
do think it's cool that playing really, really big games, if they're better optimized, if they run better than the Steam Deck version, I'm extremely happy. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 is currently one of the highest selling Nintendo Switch 2 games, and I do think that to a lot of people, it's like cool to.
Based on what? There's been no official sales breakdown for the Switch 2 titles yet. This feels like another I saw something on Reddit say it, so I'll repeat it as truth moment. You're stacking rumor on top of pizza.
See those higher end impossible ports, right? Like Elden Ring. These have just been some off the cuff thoughts. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the update? I was gonna do maybe a video about this. They finally are fixing Mario Kart World. Thank God. Oh God, drag and drive. Alright, how do you guys feel about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct tomorrow? Make a deal. This video gets 2,000 likes, which it won't. I'll wake up early and I'll live stream it. I'll make you a deal. If this gets 2,000 likes, I'll live.
You've been a YouTuber for 15 years. You have to beg for 2,000 likes. You are doing something wrong, my friend. Something very, very wrong. Figure it out. Classic Dreamcast guy begs for likes while pretending he doesn't want them. Don't like this video, or I'll have to wake up earlier. Reverse psychology getting old, man. Either commit to your content or go to bed. This has been a Gaming Samurai reaction. And now for the quote of the day. Expectation is the seed of disappointment. Yamamoto Tsunamamoto is who said that. I cannot say that name. Thanks for watching.